weekend. And what better way to bring in the heat with the OG of the music scene, Ishmael, the legend of Kwaito, who is back with a brand new song. And we are here for it. Then eThekwini showcases the man and women behind the magic that is Durban Tourism. We celebrate authentic African tunes at the 2025 Mayibuye Africa, an eclectic mix of sound and rhythm. Then Soweto Ato wraps things up for us tonight with an artistic flair.
Oh yes, it's a Feel Good Friday. We're live and in charge. Welcome to Trendz Live on SABC Music. But you can call me there. This is not a drill. We missed you so much. We had to come back to Friday 8 p.m. for our weekly appointment. Nothing else is changing though, because we still bring you the very best of lifestyle music and culture entertainment. Speaking of entertainment, we've got a jam-packed show lined up for you tonight with a special visit from musical legend Ishmael. All of that and so much more is on the way. But first things first, let's take a look at international entertainment news that made headlines this week.
A U.S. judge denied Sean Diddy Combs' request to be released from jail earlier this week ahead of his sentencing. The music mogul was cleared of sex trafficking and racketeering charges that could have put him behind bars for life, but found guilty of lesser prostitution-related offenses. At a hearing in Manhattan Federal Court, hours after the verdict was read, U.S. District Judge Aaron Subramanian said Combs must remain in federal lockup in Brooklyn for now, given the ample evidence presented at trial of violent acts Combs had committed. The verdict was overall a win for Combs, a former billionaire known for elevating hip-hop in American culture. In Poland, a Gothic church has been transformed into a lush indoor forest as part of an innovative art installation. The interior of the historic St. John's Church in Gdańsk is now adorned with plants, trees, and shrubs, creating a unique multi-sensory experience for visitors. The immersive experience includes not only plants but also nature sounds composed by artists, custom-designed fragrances, and a forest installation. Now onto the big screens. Actor John Cena and Idris Elba embark on a friendship journey in the comedy action adventure of Heads of State. John Cena plays celebrated Hollywood action hero turned US President Will Deringer, while Elba stars as the experienced and cranky British Prime Minister Sam Clarke, an army veteran. When a tense meeting between the two disparate leaders is followed by an attack that puts their lives at risk and threatens to blow up the world order, they must come together to save the day. The film is directed by Russian filmmaker and musician Ilya Naishala, who said Cena and Elba brought a realness to their roles. And that is how we wrap up entertainment news this week. Catch us again for more next week.
Oh, now that's a movie I have to watch tonight. My goodness me. We're back again next week with more entertainment news. Now, the third edition of the Mayibuye Africa concert returns with the Youth Unleashed special presented in proud partnership with the Joburg Theatre. It took place on the 28th and 29th of June, and this landmark event is a powerful musical tributes to South Africa's rich cultural heritage, vibrant history, and enduring spirit of Ubuntu. Now, this coinciding with Youth Month celebrations.
It's the third edition of the Mayibuye Africa concert, and tonight we celebrate greatness, we celebrate unity, we celebrate culture, we celebrate tradition, and overall we celebrate Ubuntu. Ubuntu. Now let's go see what this evening has in store for us.
The concept of Mayibuye Africa, it came about the realization of the disconnection of humanity amongst ourselves. So I don't have what is called black in my vocab. I have African. So that is why I wanted us to reflect as a people and revive that Ubuntu. Initially, when I started this concept, it was to celebrate the freedom songs. It was the freedom songs and the rebirth of Ubuntu. We have lost who we are. You know, all the social ills that are happening today is because we have lost the humanity. And that's how the concept, you know, came about.
Guitarist Billy Monama continues to take us through how this specific show is different from the others, and he emphasizes storytelling.
I want the stories to be told by young people because they are the future, you know, and I wanted artists who have what is called krach in Afrikaans, audacity. And these young musicians, they have audacity because they are the protege, they are the custodians of this music that was, established by the Miriam Makebas and so forth.
I'm so excited, first and foremost, to be part of this year's Mayibuye iAfrika concert. The concept, I think, speaks to authenticity, Ubuntu, our heritage, who we are as a people. We don't have enough of this type of concerts that take us back to where we come from. So for me, when Billy Monama called me, it was a yes, of course, let's go. I'm fortunate that I had the opportunity to work with Brahima Segela while he was still alive. I also had the opportunity to meet Mama Dorothy Masuga.
Do you think we are doing our part in reviving the spirit of Ubuntu?
I think with my iAfrika concert, we're on the 3rd edition now, and I can only see this getting bigger and better every year. We are doing our part.
We've just experienced an absolutely fantastic and a spectacular performance from the Soul Brothers. You just had to be here. Right now I'm about to speak to Ubab Moses.
We just finished performing now, and we're happy because our music of this type of Bakanga music, we created it, me and my former members like David Masondo, Zenzele Mtunu and Amapiano. And we've been performing this music for more than 50 years now. And we are so grateful that our music is liked everywhere.
Speaking of Umbakanga, it took me a very long time to learn how to pronounce it properly, so I'm very happy to say Umbakanga.
That's right.
You know, there's now a modern version of this type of music. How do we manage to stay consistent when it comes to fusion in the old Mbaqanga and implementing it in, you know, this particular generation?
It took us some time, you know, because we do have some younger musicians coming to join us, coming into our band. Then we try to go with times, you know. We are not playing Mbaqanga like we used to play 40 years ago, because we are implementing new instruments and new vocals. People love that.
The night was a complete buzz and an ultimate vibe. I got to chat to some of the people who graced us with their presence this evening, and this is what some of them had to say.
I thought it's very important for me to show up looking so royal and so African, because the theme of the concert is saying Mayibuye Africa. I think Billy Monana is very innovative. This show was educational. I got to learn about the history of South Africa.
What a beautiful day, what a beautiful event. One of my favorite highlights was Roba Letheka. She came out there looking like a superstar with shades on, and I knew that this was the concert to remember. It was such a beautiful experience. It reminds us of how proud we are as Africans.
I also enjoyed the concert. I love how he took us, him and the music director, J.B. Arthur, took us through different generations of South African jazz, Mbaqanga, and current music that we have.
Judith Sipuma closed off the show, and we loved it. Mayibuye iAfrika, the rebirth of Ubuntu, is without a doubt instilled in us.
Mayibuye Africa indeed. Listen, we're going to take a quick ad break. It's more of Trendz Live. When we come back, stick around. You're still watching Trendz Live on SABC News. Now, last week, we brought you the highlights from the Durban Tourism Business Awards, celebrating excellence in the tourism and hospitality space. This week, we take a closer look at two of this year's inspiring award recipients, namely Arik Hiral, who's the founder of iAfrika, a dynamic printing company making waves in the creative industry, and Mushroom Lounge, a vibrant restaurant known for its rich and authentic African cuisine. Let's have a look at how their passion and innovation earned them some top honors at this year's awards.
It is known as the warmest place to be. It hardly ever happens that in the middle of winter you will find me with a short sleeve top like this. Well, you can only expect that to happen when you are in Durban at eThekwini. Today I'm going to spend a bit more time with the winners of the Durban Business Tourism Awards. I'm going to go to their places of work where the actual business takes place, because behind every magic and beauty of any tourist destination, there's hard-working men and women. First stop is a vibrant fusion of fashion and culture. iAfrika, founded by the 21-year-old creative powerhouse Harilal, who lives with autism and has turned his unique perspective into a creative superpower.
My name is Harilal. I do heat transfer. I do different labels on bags. I print on T-shirts. I do heat transfer, I do waske labels, and I do different waske labels.
Tell me about winning this award.
Okay, so I won this award. I won the Business of the Year Tourism Award.
iAfrika in Durban isn't just a fashion statement, it's a movement. It's about inspiring communities, advocating for inclusion, and showcasing South African creativity on a global stage. For our second stop, we headed to Mushroom Cafe and Lounge, situated in Umhlanga.
This is our first award. We've been a year in the establishment, and it's been over 12 months since we established this brand. And this means a lot to us. You know, you don't just only get an exceptional achievement award within a year of establishing, a brand. And for us, it's quite an honor, for the tourism industry and the sector as a whole in KwaZulu-Natal and in Durban in particular, to really appreciate our service, our dedication, and our offering, to say, yeah, we are exceptional amongst the best. This is a lounge and a restaurant, but in one setup. So you find that side that we have a relaxed environment where people are able to do their hobbies and relax a bit. This side you find that they can dine formally, they can also dine casually. So we wanted to make sure that we combine the two. That's one. The second reason, we wanted to offer an indigenous cuisine that we would have under normal circumstances find it in elokishini, or find it erenk, or find it emakhaya, which you'd have they call it mkhodi, kwezinye indawo ngapha sibiza ngokudla kwesintu. So that's inyama yenhloko, inyama yangaphakathi, umleqwa, yonke into. So we wanted to showcase to the world that our food is appreciated and is the best, and upgrade it or upscale it to the world-class level. Apart from the indigenous food, we then said, because we're in the busy street of sometimes we've got foreign visitors and people that are coming for holidays, black and white, we'll have a Eurocentric offering also. That must still be the best. So we've got teppanyaki that we offer from Japan. We've got sushi that we offer. We've got one of the best seafood that we have, pastas, and the range of obviously non-indigenous offering that we have. One of the requirements that Durban Tourism had said specifically we must have is to make sure that we go abroad and spend the money in an exchange program where we are going to go in a foreign country, learn the skills and network there, and see how best can we grow our business. So that on its own, somehow makes me happy to make sure that our business is going to grow.
From fashion that tells a story to food that honors tradition in bold new ways, Durban is alive with creativity.
Ah, it's incredible. Now, we're changing the gears. I want you to think fast cars, glamorous guests, and a cinematic experience that brought Formula One to the big screen in spectacular fashion. MSC Cruises, a global partner of F1, hosted an exclusive South African screening of F1 the movie at Monte Casino. And of course, we were there to cruise into the action. From local celebrities to die-hard fans, here's how Ngozi turned out for a night of speed and style.
From pit lane to premiere night, F1 has gone full Hollywood. We're out at Monte Casino in Johannesburg, South Africa, and MSC Cruises has just launched their own watch party for this new movie, and they've ensured that everyone turns up in style, speed, and spectacle. It was lights, camera, and horsepower at Monte Casino as MSC Cruises rolled out the red carpet for Johannesburg's very own premiere of F1 the movie. Guests arrived in style, sipping on crafted mocktails and sampling gourmet canapes, all that with unmistakable Formula One flair.
I expect it to be like trying to show what F1 is really about and really showcasing the actual sport behind it and the history behind it. And yeah, it's just very exciting to see like F1 come to life, you know.
From seasoned petrol heads to newcomers to the sport, the room was buzzing with anticipation.
I've been waiting it for ages. I'd love to see on big screen, can it be the same as we're watching every single weekend? Because Hamilton, obviously, we love him. And that is actually why I'm here tonight.
And the timing couldn't be better. MSC Cruises recently extended their global partnership with Formula One through to 2030. The premiere also attracted a few familiar faces from the entertainment world, proving that Formula One is more than a sport, it's a lifestyle.
I just wanted to see what is the angle of the story. I love the camera shots. I love just dialogue. I love the performance. Everything it's just beautiful. But for me, what stood out the most out of everything is the camera shots. I think for a format, a movie like this, the story is within the racing and within the sports. From the tires, the detail of the tires, the detail of the cars, and the politics that goes within the sports.
The lights dimmed and the adrenaline kicked in as audiences were treated to high-octane action, cinematic driving sequences, and behind-the-scenes access to a sport that's long captured the world's imagination. With input from Lewis Hamilton and real Grand Prix footage, F1 the movie offers both spectacle and soul.
For me, it was really incredible that also the diversity that was, there was some sort of representation in the movie, which I think for me really stood out. Because we all know that Formula One is quite a very exclusive sport, and whenever you see someone that looks like you, you're like, okay, cool. Yeah. There's a little bit of hope.
MSC Cruises and F1 are redefining travel and entertainment. But one thing is certain, luxury has a new lane. So from the exclusive launch party of the F1 movie, that's it from me, Stacey Holland.
So jealous. I can't believe Stacey left me behind, but that's definitely a movie to go out and watch. Now, acclaimed Nigerian novelist Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie urged African writers to embrace their heritage and tell their stories without apology during the Lagos edition of her homecoming book tour of her latest novel, Dream Count, recently. Released earlier this year, Dream Count is Adichie's first novel since the passing of her parents. And during this event, she spoke candidly about how grief changed her identity and how writing became a vessel for survival.
In a heartfelt return to her roots, the acclaimed Nigerian author called on African writers to embrace their heritage and tell their stories boldly without apology. This powerful message came during the Lagos stop of her homecoming book tour for Dream Count, her long-awaited novel released earlier this year.
Many people talk about wanting to write, and they don't actually write. So write, do the work. But the second thing is, don't apologize for your story. Don't think that you have to change your story or make it easier for anybody. Your only responsibility is to tell the story well. If you tell it well, readers will understand it.
Ngozi urges African storytellers to stand tall in their truth, a call to honor local narratives and to write with pride, power, and purpose.
Always remember that our story is worth it. You know, African stories are just as important as stories from anywhere else. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever apologize for being an African, for telling African stories.
Consul General of the Kingdom of Netherlands in Lagos, Michael Deelen, said the event was deeply personal, a testament to the lasting impact of Adichie's words across time and continents.
I received her first book, or at least the book in 2003, I remember, Purple Hibiscus, when I was living in Abuja, from a good friend of mine. And ever since, I've been following her career. So I'm very, very happy that I'm here now to meet her in person. I haven't met her before.
For many in the audience, this was more than just a book tour. It was a dream fulfilled, a moment of joy and deep admiration shared by readers who have grown with her words.
I liked how she writes. I was kind of caught with her use of words, and also her deep love for culture, and also a fine need to tell the truth even when it's in fiction form.
I've been admiring her for so long, and I don't want to be a fan that only admires from afar. And today I have the opportunity to come experience her in person, and I'm so excited. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, truly powerful. Listen, we're going to take a quick ad break. When we come back, the music legend himself is on the Trendz Live stage. You don't want to miss it. It's Trendz Live on SABC News. Stick around. It's an electric vibe in the Trendz Live studio. You've just heard him now perform Avulegile. Look, it might seem like and feel like he's been off the music scene for a bit, but I promise you, Ishmael's journey certainly is far from over. He's back and in true style returns with fresh music in the bag. And now onto new pursuits. He promises super fans to surprise them with new sounds. The legendary and award-winning Ishmael joins us on Trendz tonight to share his journey and new tracks. My goodness me, such a legend. I'm so honored. Welcome to Trendz.
Thank you so much for having me.
Man, man, my mom is going to be so jealous. My brother even more. Listen, let's get straight into it. This performance felt so nostalgic, but we've missed you so much. Where have you been hiding? Where have you been?
Well, I've been doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but I've been still in music, you know, just behind the scenes there and there, just, you know, doing some new music. And yeah, working on new stuff and stuff like that.
No, I agree with the new stuff because you've got a new collab single with Mlindo, the vocalist. It's called Jemima. Tell me how this is being received.
Jemima, we've done it like, I think a couple of years ago, me and Mlindo, yeah. And it was a nice track that we got linked by a friend, a mutual friend of ours, who passed away. May his soul rest in peace. Yes, but the track was really nice, was really dope. Positive vibes and stuff like that. I was really happy that Mlindo also called me to feature on it as well. You know?
We are happy that you both agreed because that was a collab that South Africa needed.
Yeah, I know. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate Mlindo. Shout out to Mlindo.
Shout out to Mlindo. And then something else that you've been doing, you are penetrating the African market, circulating African dance floors with DJ Lisa Lee. Tell me about that, the Nigerian tour. Why was it so important for you to go and circulate like African dance floors?
Yeah. No, the Nigerian tour actually was like facilitated by DJ Lisa Lee, who hooked me up, you know, that side, because she was based in Nigeria at that time. So we did a track together called Hangover, and we just had to go that side to also promote it that side. So that's how come I ended up that side. But yeah, it was dope, it was nice. Nigeria was like a different experience, you know, way different from Mzansi, but yeah, I enjoyed it.
No, speaking about all things different, we know you as an electropop and kwaito star. But now, all of a sudden, we are surprised. Amapiano. Hey, you're doing love songs in amapiano. Talk to me about the new track, Moya. What birthed this track in this genre?
Yeah. No, this track, it's definitely like a soulful amapiano, a beautiful track. It's like a... It's really like a love song, really, you know what I mean? To all the to the couples out there, to people, you know. And I was lucky enough to feature one of the dopest upcoming, actually not even upcoming, but lady, beautiful, talented lady by the name of Lodi, who's gonna like join me on stage like very soon, and she really did a good job on the feature as well. So I'm really, really, really excited to showcase the song and her as well, you know what I mean? Yeah, we did a good job. I think, if I have to say so myself.
No, look, a legend like you can never miss. So I know I'm excited to hear it, and I know everybody at home is also excited to hear it. They're gonna hear it in just a bit, but I have to ask you, after 30 years, in the last year's career really, were you not scared to jump and venture into amapiano? I mean, all the young kids are doing it now. Were you just like, how did you feel about that?
No, I wasn't really scared because before I'm an artist as well. I'm a music lover first, you know what I mean? So where even from way back when we were doing hip hop with POC, R&B, with even Josie, you know, I was always excited to actually do something new, something that I haven't done before. So I mean, amapiano is South African music, and also I really love amapiano. So it was like, yeah, I have to, you know, do it, but my own way.
Yeah.
So it's South African music. I love it, and yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's truly incredible. I have to ask you, from Roba Letheka to now a love song like Moya, what else is up your sleeve? What else can we look forward to? Are you collaborating anytime soon? Are we expecting a body of work? What else is up Ishmael's sleeve?
There's another collaboration as well that I did with Ben Major and Chimamanda Arts Group. It's the choir, and yeah, it's you can say it's 3-step. So yeah, that's also on the pipeline. You know, people are going to be hearing it soon. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one as well.
So I can make you make a promise right now to say when it's ready, you're going to start here.
It'll be my pleasure. Definitely. I would definitely love to come showcase it here.
It's incredible. We're so proud of you. Thank you so much for gracing us. It's the first time we're back at 8 p.m. So this was just really, really fitting. You're an absolute legend. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, and shout out to the people out there as well, you know, the viewers, thank you so much for giving us your time. Yeah.
Ooh, I love it. Avulekile Masango indeed for Ishmael. We wish him all the best. But here he is now performing brand new track. It's called Moya featuring Loli. Enjoy.
Yazifela ngawe ungilethela injabulo nokuphola wena qanda lambe uyawuthamisa umoya wami yayijabulisa inhliziyo yami sithandwa sami inhliziyo yami yo spono yo yajabula inhliziyo 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 sithandwa sami inhliziyo yami sithandwa sami. Bright like the moonlight dawn. Yajabula inhliziyo yo spono yo yajabula inhliziyo yo.
Welcome back to the show. You're still watching Trendz live on SABC News. Did you know that in Soweto lies some incredible leading contemporary artists? Wow, a tour created to bring travelers into these hidden art spaces and Earth's unique township-based creations. Accompanied by a local tour guide, Trendz live producer Adichie took a short lift to the Mufolo Community Center to meet an artist with a rather imaginative mind. He creates intricate sculptural artworks from recycled materials. Have a look.
In the studio, what appears as though should be discarded materials are turned into phenomenal art pieces. Hailing from his hometown in Mpumalanga, Ngozi arrived in Soweto in 1984 to study visual art. Since arriving at this center, he has mastered his craft by discovering an unorthodox artistic style. Tell us about some of the waste products that you collect to create amazing pieces such as this one.
Most of the material which I collect, I go all over the corners of Soweto whereby people, they just dump anything that they so-called trash. So in my mind, I have this knowledge of one man's trash is another man's treasure. Any material which is made out of electricity, which is dysfunctional, then they throw it away. It's where my treasure is. Out of this material, I like to come up with something unique, and I want to sing my own song. One of them is about myself, and the other theme is about the international wars, whereby the international countries, they think of creating more military stuff. People use this military stuff, but not thinking that what can they do, which is going to be something artistic, not something that is going to cause someone's life.
Each body of work is given a befitting title. As Brakeni continues to pour from his fountain of artistic wisdom, we are in awe of how some of these creative ideas are actually conceived.
Sometimes when we are at sleep at night, the vision comes and you have to wake up and start sketching quickly, then go back to sleep again. If you are an artist, bear in mind that an artist is born. You cannot create an artist because of artists, they can tell things before it happens. For instance, I have a body of artworks that speak about Marikana. The Marikana massacre, I've seen it before. I think it's 3 months before it happened. Even this Ukraine stuff, the Gaza, all these other wars, I've seen them before. But through my artworks, I've predicted that. So artists are totally different people. We have that gift.
And it's through such tours that these gifts are unearthed from seemingly hidden gems where all the magic happens in Township Studios.
Soweto is a city within a city, so we thought it was important to also expose the art landscape of Soweto. So we're breaking away from the traditional ways of people have to travel outside Soweto to enjoy the arts. As Tora Travel Therapy, we believe on inspiring people to become tourists in their own backyards, in their own city. I'm one of the people that have inspired the township progression in Soweto in terms of art. So I've been working with some of these artists for the longest time, and it was easy for me, of course, to be able to craft this kind of an experience.
It's such a phenomenal experience to learn about such, because these are just some of the pieces that you see on the sidewalk as you're walking. It's something that you wouldn't really think that you can turn into such a beautiful piece. Art is a good way to express and to promote peace in our world. So I believe with this kind of pieces, they do that. They do more than just that. They also curb our current issues, which is your land pollution, our environmental issues. This was a very unique experience. It's something that you do not see in your ordinary art galleries.
Brakeni's exceptional work has been displayed at numerous exhibitions. While recognition on bigger platforms could improve, this visual art practitioner says he is a testament of a timeless artistry.
It's not going to end here. It's a continuous thing. As long as people are throwing away what is broken or what is so-called unused object, as long as people who are like me, the artist, we have to pick up the pieces and join them together and come up with something new and fresh in the industry.
Art delving into socio-economic realities faced by people in Soweto and numerous townships across the country. Brakeni's craftsmanship reflects not only his artistic mastery, but also serves as a poignant commentary on the complex tapestry of South African life. And in his own words, it seems like one man's trash is indeed another one's treasure.
Oh, he's incredible. Now, the first oil painting JMW Turner ever exhibited a dramatic coastal landscape is headed for auction this week after it was recently discovered after more than 150 years. The British artist painted the rising squall, hot walls from St. Vincent's Rock and Bristol in 1792 when he was just 17 years old, and the work was exhibited at the Royal Academy a year later.
Based on a drawing from Turner's sketchbook he took on a tour, The painting was lost on public view in 1858 in Tasmania before being sold at an auction in 1864 and disappearing into a private collection. It only re-emerged last year when Turner's signature was discovered during its restoration.
One of the reasons that it sort of fell into obscurity over the last 200 years or so is because there was a mistake made in the early inventories and early catalogues of Turner's work, where it was described as being a watercolour.
Gascoigne said the work, which depicts a hot spring and spa popular at the time, demonstrated young Turner's ambition. Other paintings for sale include a presumed self-portrait by Flemish painter Clara Peters and Italian painter Artemisia Gentileschi's David with the Head of Goliath, all of which estimating around 2 million.
That's unfortunately all we have time for this evening. Thank you so much for making us your choice of entertainment. We're back again next week, same time, exclusively on SABC News. But you can call me Mne. From myself and the rest of the team, au revoir. Bye-bye.